Hello world, John with Shadai Graphics, and it's a really cold morning where I am. I don't know if it's affecting my voice or if my voice is just damn ugly, but sure, you guys have to live with it. Either way, in our last lesson, this is what we did. I showed you how to make this cool color effect on your photograph, and it's a nice edit. And also, in another video, showed you how to make this old-timey looking Coca-Cola poster. We also did a logo for Verdact, okay, the YouTube gamer. Um, so today we're going to do a logo for another YouTuber. It's called Paranormal Junkie. Uh, be sure to check out his YouTube channel. Well, if you're into weird stuff. And what I like about YouTube is you see a lot of these things. Some are true, some are just things made up by people. But it is interesting to know that there are so many people all around the world talking about aliens, meeting demons or angels, and yet all our governments are always saying the same thing: such things do not exist, and we are trained to know that they don't exist. Well, but I digress. This guy is just it's another YouTuber. I enjoy his channel though, and I think you guys should check it out. So anyway, um, this is what he's using right now. I personally don't like it. It looks like he's a bank or some guy selling office stationery. And for a paranormal channel, I think you'll need something. Even if we are just going to do just a PJ, I mean, it should look, like the paranormal stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a logo based on what his logo looks like using the PJ stuff, but then we're going to add certain things to it, certain textures that will make it look, uh, hint on the paranormal. So let's begin. We'll go to Photoshop, hit Control N to create a new document, and we're going to call this Paranormal right there. And we're going to change the size to international paper A5, 300 pixels per inch, and that's good enough. Click OK. Image rotation 90 degrees counterclockwise or clockwise, doesn't matter. Just you just need to make it into a landscape, and there it is. Now what do we do next? We're going to write the P and the J, and so we're going to give it I don't know if we should go for lowercase letters. Anyway, let's do lowercase letters. That's a P. Can't really be seen now because my font color is yellow and we're typing against a white background, so let's just quickly change that to black. Good. There it is. We should increase it again some more. And now we're going to choose the font which screams paranormal, or at least hints on it. And nope, there has to be something relatively creepy and not so peaceful like what he has. Seriously, I look at his logo and I want to give him my money to save it for me, or maybe help me diversify my portfolio, whatever that means. Anyway, so while I'm looking at the fonts, I'll talk a little bit about myself. I'm a designer, and I live in Cameroon, West Africa. Most of you might not even know where that is, but that is where I am. It's an alright place. It has its good and its bad side, but one of the greatest problems I have here is getting paid, because of course it is an African dictatorship in which people are accustomed to doing things a certain way. So getting paid is quite difficult for most of us who are not connected in any way to the people in power. I mean, by connection, I mean like family and stuff like that. So it's quite hard because here, if you are related to someone in power, you're definitely fine. You're in Africa, but you could live like you're an Arab prince, and life is awesome for them. But for people like us who dwell and try to live simply by our skills, it's not so easy because you get to do so much stuff, and even stuff that's supposed to give you up to millions of dollars, and you just never get paid, and there's nothing you can do about it, and that sucks. You know, we criticize the United States a lot, and but for them, things like this would hardly ever happen because there'll be like a bunch of people suing you, you know, and even the government can just take somebody's thing and use and then not pay. But yeah, it happens a lot. So at least the Americans have that going on for them, which is quite good. And well, I think we're going to use this font. But before I make sure, I'm sure of that, let's just duplicate the layer and change the P into a J so that we know that the J is as cool as a P. I don't know, that sounded weird. J is as cool as a P. Oof. Yeah. Alright, it's not bad. Let's bring both of them into the frame and see what. Yeah, but this is the thing, the J is cool, but I don't know, I would have preferred if it had a little more curve to it. What do you guys think? Let's see, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Let's. What happens if I bring it closer? You know, somehow it starts looking like an R, some kind of stylish R. You know what? I'm not so sure because I would like the J to, you know, have a better curve. Well, let's just use it. It's just for the sake of the tutorial. There's a high chance that he will not use it anyway, and so it's just for the sake of the tutorial. Actually, when I do these things, I actually contact the guys and I send them a copy. In most cases, they say, "Well, thanks, but no thanks," you know, and some say, "Oh, it's really cool, but you know what? I really like the one I have now." So personally, I don't take that. I'm just doing this to fill up content for my channel, so it doesn't really matter. I'm even glad they even took the time to look at it, and cheers to them. I subscribe and I watch their channels anyway. I think they're pretty entertaining and sometimes quite insightful. So next we are going to create a circle. Oh, he loves his circles. I'm always into those circles. Or should we? Nah, let's create a circle. I just had an idea, but we'll use it. We'll use it for another logo for someone else. Okay, so I'm holding Shift, and sometimes I'm tapping on the space bar to move my selection around. I'm holding Shift just so that it remains the perfect circle, and there you go. So I'm going to fill that with black. Hey, to make your colors right here, for example, if maybe this was what you had, let me just change the colors real quick to some awkward colors. Yeah, let's say this was what you had, and you want it to go back to black and white. Just hit the D key on your keyboard, and there you go. Voila. Now we're going to take this circle, fill it up with black. I'm using the keyboard shortcut, uh, Alt backspace to fill with the foreground color, and I'm going to reduce the opacity of this just so that I can see what is behind it, and I'm going to Control T and hold Shift and Alt to increase equality on all sides. Let's say just about there, that's right. And then I'm going to duplicate the layer and Control T and hold Shift and Alt to push inside like that. There you go. And I'm going to take these two layers and bring them under here. So now this guy, I'm going to invert the color and put him back to 100%, and put this other guy back to 100% too. So what's next? We need some texturing, some really good texturing. And how do we go about that? Well, we'll need first of all a texture that would match with this, and I was thinking something like a metallic surface. I was thinking something like a metallic surface, which we are going to use even to cover the PJ thing. So let's see. I hope my internet doesn't disgrace me once more, because yeah, I already got a texture, a how did I call it, a reptilian texture. I think this is some sort of crocodile, and we'll use it in a bit, but let's see if we can get the whole this thing. Metal, should it be metal or stone? Let's see, stone texture, stone texture. Ooh, that one is too large, it will take forever to load up. This seems quite good. Yeah, it seems quite good. If it loads up, we're going to use it. So let's go back to Photoshop and let's work on let's work a little bit on this. Well, okay, let's bring in the other texture. Where is it? Where is that? Where did I keep that? Yeah, there it is. Good. We're going to put it right there and move it up. Hold down Control and click right here on this layer, the second layer with the smaller circle, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a layer mask, and there you go, it's right in there. Okay, and let's see what else. Are you ready? This is what I don't like. So slow. Like, I really want a texture that works. Once the images are big, it takes like forever to load. And yes, I do get most of my images from Google, which if you are a beginner or if you are not a rich guy who can afford to pay Shutterstock, iStock, or Getty Images, or any of those photo sharing companies, well, sharing, not sharing per se, but photo selling companies and texture selling companies, seriously, just go to Google and get your stuff from there, absolutely free of charge, and you choose whatever you want and you just use it. But of course, they are running a business, and if you can afford it, man, knock yourself out. I just can't. And remember, from the beginning of this of my YouTube channel, I said in the first videos that I'm trying to offer the cheapest and the easiest way to do things okay, without so much stress. So there it is. And oh my god, this thing have a load. That's it? You loaded and you are still blurry? What the hell? You know what, I'm just going to look for one which is smaller and which I think still looks good. Let's check out this guy right here. All I need is to look good. Clean stone texture. I say save images. Okay. And let's see. It would have been awesome, but I know if I do that, so they have put a bug on it that would make it blur out immediately it loads. So, well, to hell with that. I'm just doing my best to get some cheap work done, yet done very well. So this guy might work too. He's a little too light skinned, but anyway, let's go back to Photoshop and bring in the texture. Good. Make the selection of the bigger circle, create a layer mask, make a selection of the smaller circle, invert the color on the layer mask, and let's just merge these two into one smart object. Okay, I use a shortcut, but to do that you could have simply right click and taken a create smart object. Okay, and we come here again and we invert. Why didn't that work? Oh, I know why. Because this is above, so it's normal. Good. So there we go. Now we have to start putting in some pretty cool effects. Okay, we start putting in some pretty cool effects, and to begin, first things first, we're going to give this layer no, not you, an inner shadow so that we get some depth. Inner shadow. Good. Give it some distance so that it can be seen right there, and increase the choke slightly and the size a little more, like that. I don't know, this stuff doesn't appear to be, yeah, this texture looks a little too blurry for me. Let's see if we can fix that before we do the same thing over again. So first of all, let's reduce the size, and what I did, I simply filled the mask, the layer mask with white to get rid of everything. Okay. And now I'm holding Shift and Alt keys to bring the things together, to push the ends of the layers together. Okay, I think that's good enough. So we're simply going to start making selections and inverting. No, come on, wrong. How the hell did that happen? Yeah, I'll just go back in history. Good. And I just made this area a selection and inverted that selection while still being on this mask, and I'm going to now fill it with black. Good, to get rid of the other areas. And now I am going to select the smaller circle, fill it with white. I control clicked on the layer icon. Come on. Good. Fill it with white, and then next I'm going to bring this guy up as a selection. Remember, we're still on this layer mask, and we're going to fill it with white, and Yeah, it looks sharper now. Okay, so what's next? Well, uh, so far I'm not really liking this, but let's keep working and see how good it gets. And I might have to get rid of the whole crocodile skin behind because it's kind of bumming me out. But let's do the other things I wanted to do first. So what we're going to do next is, okay, we have already put the inner shadow thing. So now we're going to come on this layer right here, give it a bevel, increase the depth, increase the size. I'm not seeing too much of a change here, probably because of the layer masks which are above it. Yeah, it's making me feel like I'll have to cut this layer. That's what I didn't want to do. Anyway, that's the beauty of Photoshop, you know. A lot of times you really want to do something, and then you start doing it and it's not working out like you thought it would, but then you just keep going until you find the right way to do it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the effects that I wanted to put on the other layers just on this one up here, which I think it should have the same effect. Bevel. Now you're coming. And we're going to increase the depth. Yeah, now you're looking like what I wanted you to look like. And we're going to change the way the edges, okay, the contour. And let's see, how about you? Alright, okay, I can live with that. How about now? Nope. Yeah, you do just fine. Okay, and basically that's it. I like the edge to be slightly sharper though, and instead of white here I would like some kind of faint yellowish orange glow as the reflective light on it. Yeah, something like that. And notice we are still in bevel under layer styles. Okay, I'll change this from screen to normal. Back to screen. Screen, where is it? Screen. Yeah, prefer it like this. All right, and that's good. And I just had an idea about the whole anyway, the reptilian skin seems to be working, but let's look for a reptilian eye. Reptile eye. Ooh, so creepy. Why the hell did I Google this? But sure, let's wait for this guy to load and we're going to use him. And I don't know how long has this video been going on for. I may like to cut it at 23 minutes. Yeah, so the next video will conclude the making of this logo. Let's see, yeah, Paranormal Junkie. It's coming up. It has the feeling, but I think with the eye in the background, it will be a lot better. You know, it's beginning to have the feel I want. Okay, and maybe a little gradient up here. Actually, let's just try the gradient up before I stop this recording. Let's try the gradient out. Double click here, gradient overlay, and multiply. No, that's not how I wanted it. Reverse. And why is the top part dark? I wanted the top part to be right, and the lower part to be, let's say, around here. So let's go and change the blending options till we get something that fits. Ooh, that's so burnt, color burn. All right, I like it, but just in the interest of discovery, let's go through the others. Yeah, I think. Uh, oh, anyway, color burn. The color burn does it for me. Good. It actually looks very dirty. Okay, and there you have it. So we're going to continue with this logo and probably also design a slight like a background for it when I get back. And that's it for this lesson. Be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy it, leave a comment if you think it's pure shite, and or compliment if you think it is good. Ask questions if you think you need to know anything which I did not clarify about. And thanks for watching, and see you in the